America, welcome to sports. In layman's terms, I'm the guy Willie SoSo, and to my right we have
TV franchise. I'm sorry I've been here a while, but I'm looking forward to tonight's show. I cannot wait.
and to my left we have
TBD.
oh my god. Oh god.
I was not waiting for this.
And to her left we have
A mistake.
6 minutes. I'm on. Work in progress. I'm fresh.
Oh boy.
Doug E to be exact.
you probably do need to knock him
This
back
is
to
what
that
I missed.
era.
This is what I missed.
Yes.
You missed
The
the
same old shit.
Of all time.
Same old alphabet.
Yep.
I'm a goat. I eat 10.
America, here's what you can't miss. How we do, what we do, and where we do it from. Beaming to you from our favorite water hole, Snooker School and Pub in Livonia, Michigan. No coach speak, no media spin, just some folks, plus him, at the park with the drinks,
I eat 10.
talking sports, just like you. Let's get on into it.
Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come?
All right, America, here we are. We've made it to the third game of the NBA playoffs for our Detroit Pistons versus versus the New York Knicks.
Shut up. And they controlled it the whole way.
It would be great to sit here and talk about the adjustments the Pistons made, how they bounced back, how they had game one, and tricked it off. But let's not do none of that. Let's just move forward because
Yeah.
we're about to
Stop living in
have
the past.
first NBA playoff game in this city in about 6 or 7 years.
6 years.
Yeah.
6? Okay. So, based on game 1 and 2, what adjustments, what X factors do you think the Pistons need to do to keep this winning thing going on? Because I'm still claiming that they're going to win in 6.
I do too. That's what I'm claiming.
Well, you had the boldest take because you got them going all the way to the Eastern
Always the
Conference
East Conference Finals. Yep.
Okay. I ain't
Yeah, I
mad
think they
at
can
that.
pull it off. Yep.
But what do they need to do? We'll get to the second round when we get there.
Right.
What do they need to do now
So
to get past the Knicks?
just do what they did the last 2 games. King got to be aggressive like he was that second game. He wasn't aggressive in the first game. He let them double him, take the ball out of his hand, force him to be a facilitator. That's not his game. I mean, he can facilitate, but he got to attack the defenders that's on him. And then I think that we need fair calls. Goddamn, we got them. The referees are fucking us. when one guy hooks the guy, get called. The other guy go down the fucking same play and hooks another guy. You don't get the fucking call.
And in some perspectives, I completely agree with you. But then when you actually look at the numbers and you see that we got more foul calls and took more foul shots than they did, it's sort of kind of hard to rectify those two things.
I understand that, but we should have more foul calls because that I like Bronson, but the only way he get past
Yes,
is to finish.
it's to hug
Hook the
someone.
motherfucker.
Now, the thing that I hate about the way they call the game, and this isn't necessarily on Jalen Brunson as much as it's on the NBA allowing that jumping that jumping into the defender. Did it not mean didn't they come up with a rule to say that you couldn't do that?
They said you couldn't do it, but they proved that shit in the LA game last night.
They never call it on
They
anybody.
called it last night.
I thought there was something about intentional, like you're trying to do intentional contact, like you're throwing your body.
And that's supposed to be an offensive foul, right?
Yes.
But I don't know if that rule is pertaining to when you're shooting and doing it, or like when you're trying to break up the defense.
If I understood it correctly, because they did it a few years, they came up with the rule.
Because they saw that people, them goddamn point guards would dribble and be right at the top of the key and then throw themselves.
That's what I'm saying, and that's supposed to be. And I believe if the defender goes straight up, that's supposed to be an offensive foul. If they jump into him, right?
Yes.
They don't call it for Jalen Brunson,
or
they don't call it against Jalen Brunson. They don't call it against Trae Young. They don't call it against Jamal Murray. They don't call it.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, I watch the playoff religiously every fucking game, and I don't know what rules changed, but when you allow a man to extend his arm and push another man and don't call a fucking foul,
Yeah.
and then in the Piston game, they literally grabbed Cunningham when they taking the ball out. He literally had both hands grabbing him. Nobody says shit. No foul, no call. He right in front of the ref. He's grabbing my man.
Now, here's what I'll
What the
say.
fuck?
Here's what I'll say, and then we can move on and get somebody else's perspective. Game 2. Either the refs were ridiculously consistent or they just swallowed their whistles completely because they literally allowed them to play. Which, if they're going to let them play, that benefits us.
Yep.
With game 2, they swallowed their whistle. They let them play.
Yeah.
Now,
And then okay.
that gonna be the same crew in game 3? Probably not.
If they're going to swallow their whistle, let them play. And
I like
we
the
got to
game
play
in game
through
2. They let them play. It was physical, and the better physical team won that night.
Yep.
Oh, you want something too, old man? Huh? No.
that. All right. So, franchise, what do you think we need to do in order to continue the winning ways?
I don't have to do nothing. I think game 1 we should have won.
I agree.
And I'm gonna say this like this: if you're gonna have a collapse where you're like, oh my gosh, we're in the NBA playoffs, you're gonna have this collapse in game 1. You know what? So you're gonna have that collapse in game 1. They came back, and guess what they did? It was almost the same thing, and the Pistons showed that
Literally the same thing. They were up by 8 going into the fourth quarter.
And guess what? We're not gonna let this happen twice.
Right.
So no, when they come to Detroit on tomorrow night?
Yeah.
When they come here tomorrow night, they should just do the same thing. I don't think there's anything different they should do at all. I think they should expect Towns to be more involved.
Right.
But that's gonna be a given just because of what what's the coach's name over there?
Thibodeau.
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 They did nothing for him. He's gonna call out Brunson. The whole Brunson K thing, we all got that.
Right.
I mean, there's nothing worth talking about it because they both got. Actually, Brunson got more fouls for him than K did. Okay, so I'm not worried about that. But I think the Pistons should change the thing. I think on opening night I think they had them, and then they had a moment. Okay, and they got shocked.
They looked like
they got shocked. They got shocked, and it's like, okay, well,
they started playing like a team that
they got shocked. And I'm like, you know what though? If you're gonna get shocked during a playoff game in your first time out, let it be game 1, not 3, 4, 5 pivotal games. Game 1 is game 1. Okay, so if you keep on doing what you're doing, I see the Pistons winning game 3 and 4 if you keep on doing what you're doing.
All right.
Check out the big brain on Brad. You're a smart motherfucker.
I agree.
CBD?
For one, just shout out to them. The one critique I've had once I started watching NBA, more so Pistons to be particular, finishing the game because they always start off good. So continue to work on that because that seems to be the thing right there.
It's been a thing for them all season.
So that is our Achilles heel. Learn what crunch time looks like. Game 1 was a little disappointing because I do feel like, timeout should have been called or readjusting, but you know what? We readjusted and pivoted for game 2. The one thing that I will give as far as a criticism work on, making your free throws so that way those points do count. Because there were a couple of missed free throws on people.
It's going to come down to the stretch.
I like
Short Thompson missed 2 pivotal.
Yeah. So missing free throws. Yeah. Missing those free throws, especially in playoff time, it can be that one little thing. So if anything, work on that. I love seeing the fact that nobody is begging and waiting for a foul call. They move it. They need to continue to crash the boards like they've been doing because they've been getting more off the glass points. So even when Cade may be a little off, Reed was right down there in the paint, able to get back the go again point. True. They're not just looking for outlet passes and easy threes and stuff. They're still crashing the boards on offense and defense.
And
so
they destroyed them on the boards in game 2.
They did. So continue the rebounding, continue the looking at the ball versus looking for the outlet. They had like 48
like 15.
Yeah. And I like the fact that they are playing like we deserve to be here. So as long as they keep that energy up, okay, like I agree with Whip on I get it. You're a point guard, you want to facilitate and all that, but take control because your team follows you. You are the leader. You can see it. He is the leader. So continue to be the leader. Your team will follow. I love the fact that the bench is coming off doing what they're supposed to. People are playing their roles. Duran is doing his thing. They actually did block shots. They're going and they're playing defense.
He played a lot better. He was absent.
He wasn't
in game
timid.
one.
He was, you know what I'm saying?
Game
it's
two,
like he shook his nerves off.
Yeah.
And then he played the game that I'm supposed to play.
She's such a fucking lady. Yes, I am.
From game 1 to game 2, they double K'd when he got the ball up top, and it would usually be, say, Duran or Isaiah Stewart's man crashing for the double. And they pass it to Duran. And Duran, because he doesn't have the skill set, looked like a deer in headlights.
Don't do this.
So he makes an errant pass. This is part of the reason why we wind up losing in the fourth. Game 1. Game 2.
Don't call plays for me.
Right. Game 2, you got the same situation. And for the moments in time.
I'm so sorry.
No, that's
I can
cool.
see the look on his face because that's exactly what it sounded like in my head. And he was like, "Oh, this way for me."
Oh, it did.
This is what I do.
But in game 2, though, in game 2, same thing happens, and they pass the ball to Paul Reed.
I know what to do.
He's to the best.
Yep.
Because that's his game. He is going to be an X factor moving forward. Now, I don't know when Stewart is supposed to be coming back. I don't know if he's coming back with game 3.
I haven't seen anything on the news.
I have no clue.
Said if he's playing or not. Yeah.
But that was good to see that team was still as defensive without Stewart.
If they can keep that little nugget rolling, they're good. And then,
And Schroeder.
last but not least, our veterans. Schroeder, Tobias Harris, Malik Beasley, Tim Hardaway.
Yep.
These are the reasons that we won.
I agree.
Cade is going to do what Cade did. Even though he completely folded in game 1 in the fourth quarter, for the game, Cade had 21 and 12. And like 5 or 6 rebounds. Overall, he did not have a bad game. He had a shitty first half, a dope-ass third quarter, and then turned the ball over in the fourth quarter.
Yeah. That's
And
the
then,
thing they
of
got to
course,
work on.
and then closing out games.
I guarantee you, he got cussed out there.
I'm sure he did. But my point is, he's going to do what he's going to do, and it's on these other folk around him to step it up.
Got you.
We
I
need
agree.
more Malik Beasley.
Yes.
We need more Tim Hardaway and Tobias Harris.
He played
He
very
was showing
good.
I cannot lie to you.
He was showing
Tobias
out.
Harris,
Yes.
I am going to apologize to you now because at the beginning of the
You
season,
was talking.
I was like, why in fuck's name did they get this guy?
They knew why.
But
So Tobias
He
Harris, come
showed
on
up.
up here anytime you want. Feel free.
he showed up. Don't come up here because I'm sure you're probably going to kick my ass for all the shit I talked about you.
I'll talk to you, Tobias.
And
We'll talk
I
to you.
swear to God, I'm going to have to pick up one of these fucking chairs and hit your ass.
6'8".
What else can I do? They ain't let me bring no pistol in here.
Run. And don't look back.
He said, "Run, don't look back."
That'll be option number 2.
This nigga's scared.
But with all of that said, you still got him in 6?
Yep, got him at 6.
Oh, shit. I really think they might be able to do it in 5.
Say it with Justin.
5.
Sponsored by.
With just a
Modelo.
I'm gonna keep my initial prediction of 6 games. Pistons win.
I'm going 6.
You're going with 6 games. All right, there it is.
It's gonna be 6. I'll do 5.
It is. I hope you right than everybody else.
Come on, Ryder.
I said what I said.
Also going on tomorrow, NFL draft.
Woo-hoo.
Is it? I never paid attention.
Not you.
Oh, really?
It's in Green Bay, that's why.
Look at my surprise face.
It's in Green Bay, that's why.
All right, so I've been on record whole time saying I'm not concerned with the draft. Why am I not concerned with the draft? Because my GM is Brad motherfucking Holmes.
Correct.
If he picking, I'm good.
You feel confident.
I'm confident. Everybody says he should draft a defensive line. Everybody else says he should draft an offensive line. What say you all about what you all think should be done, and what do you think is going to be done in the draft with the 28th pick of the Detroit Lions?
I think you should draft wide receivers if I get rid of J-Bo.
The option that wasn't there.
The one thing that I'm really trying to avoid even fucking talking about.
Don't put that juju out there.
We're going to get back to you in a second. TBD?
Look at franchise.
Yeah, I know, franchise. I know. CBD.
It's the elephant in the room, goddammit.
We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it in a second.
We 28 pick in the first round, right?
Yes.
I definitely think we need to do an O-line because people are getting older. Injuries are there.
Right now,
yep.
Both older.
So, not saying that they can't do it, but you definitely at least need to get that young talent that's there, so that way you can start getting them developed in the NFL level. I think that should be the first thing that we do. That's our first priority. Okay. I think that we need a defensive end. Like, I kind of want somebody to offset what Aiden is doing. We need it on both sides of the ball.
So, at present, who they have on the other side of Aiden is Marcus Davenport.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Injury prone.
Is the game just snaps?
Oh, shut up. Injury prone.
What's wrong with the edge of the table?
Marcus Davenport, granted, is an injury prone dude.
But when he's on the court, he's real.
When he's on the field, he's that dude. And I got a real sneaking. You're right. I got a sneaking suspicion, though, that they're also going to go back out and re-sign Zadarius Smith.
I think so, too.
I think that's going to happen. I think it's going to happen.
Negative Nick.
I've been saying that for a long time.
Negative Nick.
Right. So it's with that said. But it's with that said. No, we're just going to ignore his ass. You don't fuck the whole segment up already.
Trust me.
Sit your ass down.
Because they got Marcus Davenport, and because I think they're going to re-sign Zadarius Smith, I don't think that they're going to go with a defensive end. Or would they go with a defensive tackle? Maybe.
Gotcha.
Because Layman McNeil is not going to be ready for the beginning of the season.
Right.
Oh, that's right. He did get injured.
Yeah, ACL. And those are hard to come
heal
back from,
from,
especially for a motherfucker his size.
Right.
He's not a small guy.
At all. So, I'm
Can't be inside playing that tight with a small guy.
I'm thinking that perhaps it's also going to be an offensive lineman like you, T. Franchise. What do you think the call is going to be?
I'm thinking if defensive tackles there, Harmon out of Oregon. If he's there, that's going to be the pick.
Okay.
Because like what we said about Lee McNeil, because we all know he got hurt late this season. He's not going to be available maybe for maybe week 6, 7.
Yeah, mid-season.
So if Harmon's there at 28 and they stay at 28, Harmon's the pick. Okay, but Brad Holmes. Brad Holmes is, he's like,
yeah.
Brad Holmes will make wine out of water. You say, okay, I'm gonna go. Grab this guy, and I'll bring somebody in just to fill the gap for 6 weeks. But I'm thinking if Derek Harmon's there, which I don't think he's going to. I think Harmon's going to go probably 21.
Pretty early.
Yeah, because 21, 22. I'm hoping he'll go to Green Bay, but I think it's a possibility he goes to Green Bay.
Which also, because Brad Holmes is who he is, he might move up.
Right, exactly.
If Derek Harmon was the guy, he might move up.
Now that sums it up for me.
Now let's get back to this punk ass elephant in the room that W.I.P has brought up. Okay.
Is that the baby elephant?
Yes. I can't say on camera what I want to say right now. But a couple things.
He gonna say that tomorrow.
Thing number one about what you said about trading
we don't want
him who shall not be named.
What is this, Star Wars?
This right before we went to air, the Lions re-upped with safety Kirby Joseph. 4 years, $86.5 million.
4 years.
4 years.
Making him what?
The highest paid safety in NFL history.
They've been going around a lot lately, man.
Yeah.
Highest paid this, highest paid that in history.
A long
Damn, I
time.
chose the wrong profession.
I was gonna say,
Yeah, we all did. I should have worked on my 40 time. So about the past week, there has been rumors that the Lions might be looking to trade Jameson Williams.
Open up for his name.
Shit, I guess I just fucked that up. Huh?
Take two.
Right.
No, fuck that. I'm leaving that one in.
All right. Take.
Then there's the whole thing about him scrubbing his social media to take all of the Lions post off.
Doug into all of that.
So hold on.
Everybody.
That can't be.
Everybody
You
does.
can't take that with a grain of salt.
I take it with a grain of salt.
And what's my man from Kyle Murray did the same thing for the Cardinals.
Sure. Here's the other thing.
Still play with him.
Here's the other thing. For the fucking trollers who dug into it in the first place, come to find out, it's very, very possible that Jameson Williams was never following the Lions in the first place.
Never.
So that's
Hello.
inconsequential.
Hello. I would have followed me. I played for him. What the fuck follow for? I'm there.
I'm there. I'm following them on the bus.
But the thing is,
What the fuck going on?
because these
And-
dots get
yeah.
connected, people get to talking, and it makes people nervous. Now, Jameson Williams still has 2 years left on his contract total, pending they pick up his 5th-year option.
Right.
Okay.
What's they have to May 1st to do?
Yes.
So this year.
Yes.
This right around the corner.
They, America, Jameson Williams will be a Detroit Lion this season and the next season.
I believe that.
Trady.
Shut the fuck up.
Man, sit your dumb ass down.
There is no need or no reason to trade Jameson Williams
It's not.
at all.
He just out
So,
here naming
If
names.
they get to the end of his contract and they don't want to re-up with him because they're going to have to pay him $25-30 million, if they don't want to do that, fine. I understand that. But right now,
You want to lose it for nothing.
Wait, what?
If they
either
can't pay him, they lose it for nothing.
that is something that we do not have to worry about for another 2 years.
Yeah.
So sure, if it comes down to
Why
it,
you had to sound like you was on life?
if it comes down to it, trade them when the time comes.
Yeah.
That time is not
I don't
now.
see that being now. I don't.
So if Brad
And they invested a lot in him.
If Brad Holmes says, "Yo, we're trading them right now," I'm gonna roll with it, but I don't understand it. It really doesn't make too much sense.
No, to me it doesn't make no sense whatsoever.
Exactly.
Because
We're not there,
if
Jay. We're
you
not-
are trading away JMO in your Super Bowl window, you're taking a step back.
Yep.
Okay?
I agree.
So this makes no sense
sense.
whatsoever. Why would you put so much time and effort to get this guy going?
Thank you.
And then you know what?
And then shit on
We're
your
gonna
own
trade
investment.
him, and then guess what? We're gonna draft a rookie wide receiver
To do the same fucking
to
thing.
take a spot.
He ain't lying.
America, that has been sports in layman's terms. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share this content. You can find us on YouTube at Sports in Layman's Terms, on Facebook at Sports in Layman's Terms. What is it? X, Twitter,
Or whatever.
whatever. X, Twitter, Lay Terms Sports. And hell, if you really want to get in contact with us, email us at sportsinlaymansterms@gmail. One more again, can't stress it enough. Like, subscribe, and share this content. I am Willie SoSo, and this is the squad.
I am TV franchise.
And
TBD.
Work in progress.
Y'all fans undecided.
Hey, have a bad. It's not bad.
That's
We're part of
oh,
that.
wait. I finally get to say it, and it means something. Sports. This has been sports. In layman's terms.